And welcome to the Men's Supa-Liga B Grand Final. What an exciting matchup we've got in our hands. The Perth Pumas take on the Condors for the ultimate prize. One end of the grandstand is absolutely packed out with the bongo drums and the charismatic Condors supporters. Will that be enough of an extra motivation to help them get over the line despite being the underdogs? And we'll just run through the lineups for the Perth Pumas. Bennett Vesey wearing the number 32. Theon Mulholland wearing the number 11. Gordon Tiong wearing the number 17. Rory Wilkinson wearing the number 25. Tony Omelchuk wearing the number 42. Finley Alexander wearing the number 5. Raiden Tran in net wearing the number 1. Asyad Abdat wearing the number 15. Marzin Ibrahim wearing the number 40. And Daryl Chung wearing the number 34. The Perth Pumas being coached this evening by Amar Chahel. As the first foul comes in for the Condors, running through their lineup, the hero from last week, Alexander Robert, in between the sticks, who got the Condors over the line in an emphatic penalty shootout. Felipe Barrier, the number 3. Fabian Espinoza, the number 10. Marcello Orellana, the number 5. Estevenson Flores, the number 9. Oslin Escobar, the number 8. Matthias Urbina, the number 14. Facundo Silva, the number 11. Luciano Bravo, the number 7. Cristobal Zuniga, the number 16. And Nicholas Canast wearing the number 4. So both sides with a full bench. Both sides full of energy. And you can bank on this one being one hell of an intense contest. The Condors have brought all their fan base. Will that give them the extra edge despite the Pumas boasting an extremely talented lineup? A lot of players with plenty of experience playing in the competition's top flight. As we see the number 14 on the ball, Urbina plays it down the line and gets it back. Fires off the right, but saved well by Tran. Mulholland, lovely feet, still going Mulholland. Was he brought to ground? Anton Clavis says yes. So 2 fouls on the board already for the Condors inside the opening few minutes. Could it be early warning signs as the yellow card comes out for, I believe, the number 9, Estevenson Flores, the charismatic captain. And it's the youngster, Finlay Alexander, standing over this one. Lays it off to Ibrahim, who fires from range, but unable to keep the effort down. Alexander Robert just taking his time to gather this one. Throws it long, but headed clear by Abdat. And the ball played across the court by the Condors, looking for their target's feet in Flores. And now here's Escobar. Espinozoa. And that one going the way of the Perth Pumas. The Condors aren't happy as the first change of the game is made. It's Rory Wilkinson on. He will occupy that pivot position, and here he is on the ball now. Mulholland with the supporting run. Wilkinson finding Abdat, who gets around Flores. Mulholland to Wilkinson at the top of the D, but that one cleared away by Flores. And all the way back to Raiden Tran. Alexander. Chance for Flores, scuffs his effort. Raiden Tran is going to collect that one comfortably. Bennett Vesey on now. Vesey making his way between lines. A lovely layoff from Mulholland. First real chance of the match. And it looks like the Condors caught Bennett Vesey late. It was the number 8, Oslin Escobar, who was the culprit. And this free kick, well within scoring range. It will be Theon Mulholland to line it up. We know what a cracking strike he has off the left boot. And it's going to be a good opportunity to test Alexander Robert. Mulholland, the wall does its job. The follow-up shot, but the wall blocks it once again. Well defended by the Condors. To the top of the D, Wilkinson blazing his effort over the bar. And Flores making his way to that pivot position. Robert sends it long. Mulholland heads clear. Bessie looking for the return to fee on Mulholland. Bessie fires from range. That one deflecting off Flores and behind for a sideline ball. And was Alexander brought to ground? Is that a penalty or has it been adjudged to have been outside the box? Albert Miyembe giving the Condors the benefit of the doubt, saying that one was marginally outside the area, but the fouls are racking up. It's already 4 fouls for the Condors, and we've still got 10 minutes to go in this first half. Will we see a couple of 10-metre penalties conceded? Bessie strikes it off the right, but defended behind for a corner. Is Gordon Tiong on now? If anybody on the court today can make the difference, it's going to be him. Current SFL champion, a current AFA state player. Gordon Tiong has played for even the AFA men's national team. A player who has racked up all the accolades in futsal you could want. And here he is on the ball now! Tiong! What an effort that was. But it was an even better save from Alexander Fox, who palmed it out the top corner. Daryl Chung on now for his induction to the match. The subs coming on hot and heavy for the Pumas. Not so much for the Condors, who are running them few and far between at this rate. Here one comes in now. It's the number 5 coming on, Marcello Orellana. The ball's broken loose for the Condors. And Escobar whacking it off the left boot, but couldn't test Tran. The grandstand really filling up. The support for the Condors coming in hot and heavy. The Pumas look to be the better side so far, but you know what support and what motivation the 6th man can bring. It's Daryl Chung. I think that was a foul. Miyembe didn't see it, but I think that should have been called a rolling foul. Chung was held on his arm. The chance still came in, but it was well defended. And now it's gone behind for a corner. It's the number 3, Barrier, coming on for his first minutes of the match. The ball deemed to have crossed the touchline. Long ball looking over. Vessi heads clear. Barrier. Pressure oncoming. Orellana in the center. Wilkinson. Tiong. He wants a one-on-one. What can the experience of Gordon Tiong muster up here? Plays it across court to Wilkinson, who fires off the right. But it wasn't goal-bound on this occasion. Barrier in a tussle with Vessi. Comes out the better, only just. Now the Condors being pressed deep in the corner. Tiong fires off the left boot, but the shot just not staying down. It's been happening a lot for the Perth Pumas today. The chances have been coming in hot and heavy, but they're not finding the target anywhere near enough. Could they be punished by the Condors for not doing so? Condors with far fewer chances, but all it takes is one to break the deadlock at the moment. Wilkinson, Tiong receives the parallel ball. It's Rory Wilkinson! And another chance coming in for Omulchuk. But once again, in customary fashion of the Perth Pumas this evening, they can't hit the target. Another let-off for the Condors. A timeout may well be on the horizon for them to try and settle things from the back. Stop conceding so many chances. The long ball from Alexander Robert paying dividends this time. They've got a sideline ball high up the field. Espinosa wants it. Espinosa gets it. But it's a smart save by Raiden Tran to tip it over the bar. And they'll get a corner from the same side. Barrier fires off the right. Omilchuk with the block. The atmosphere building. The bongo drums hot and heavy for the Condors supporters. Rory Wilkinson. Out wide, but it's given away. And now maybe a chance on the counter. Omilchuk. Ball spilled loose. Tiong given away in the centre. But Tiong makes up for the error. With just over 7 minutes remaining. Who will strike the front first? Espinosa looking to get on the outside of Daryl Chung. Runs out of real estate. It's Gordon Tiong. Plays it across to Wilkinson. Omilchuk. The ball through to Wilkinson. But just couldn't get there. Another yard or so forward. And Wilkinson would have been through on goal. Box. Sorry, it was Robert rather. A little bit wasteful with that throw. Just giving it straight back to Raiden Tran. Wilkinson. Pressure from behind. The Condors pick it up. Espinosa has support on the right in Barrier. Orellana tries to find Barrier on the inside. Espinosa back to Barrier. Fires off the left boot. And Omilchuk called for a handball. First foul going against the Pumas. And referee Albert Miyembe just instructing the Condors to bring it back a yard or so. Now maybe a chance to test Raiden Tran. A good shot, and they're well within range, but it's not going to be easy to beat a keeper of Raiden Tran's stature. That one can't manage to beat the wall. Espinosa to Barrier. Tiong overreads it. Orellana with the back row. Pumas on the break now. A 2-on-1. Tiong. But a lovely defensive block from Orellana. Robert releases it quickly. Fancy footwork from Tiong to squeeze the ball out to Omilchuk. And a sideline ball to come for the Pumas. Mulholland leaves, Tiong strikes. That one destined for the bottom corner. But Robert gets up and collects it on the second attempt. Tiong, and I didn't see what happened there. It was off the ball, but the foul going the way of the Condors. So this one really heating up. Heading toward the halftime break. Neither side yet to find the front. And another foul coming in. Again, going the way of the Condors. 4 fouls to 3 now. Barrier just slowing things down. He's not in any rush. Allowing the Condors to set up. They want it long. Tiong with the acrobatic header. Was there a push in the back on Tiong there? Referee letting it go. Trying to find a way through. Now here's a chance. Is it still in? Somehow. Commotion inside the D. But the Pumas get away with one as the subs coming on. It's Asyad Abda and Tony Omilchuk on for their second stints. A corner for the Condors. Up the line. A left-footed strike coming in. And Robert clears his lines. Wilkinson to get play restarted. Scooped over the top. Omelchuk was free inside the D. The Condors defense didn't track his run, but couldn't make connection with the volley. It's Orellana looking for the line ball. Nice feet, but Mulholland getting the better. Still going as Escobar. Out wide to Orellana. Barrier. His effort cracking off the right. Blocked by Tiong. It's Orellana. Reverse pass. Tiong intercepts. Still going. Loses out to Barrier's challenge. And another foul coming in. Again, going the way of the Condors. So both teams on 4 fouls. A minute and a half of stop clock left in the first half. Can we see a 10-metre penalty? And they marshal Facundo Silva well, do the Pumas. Up the line to Barrier, looking to cut in on that trusty left boot. Forced out wide to Urbina. It's spilled loose, now's a chance. A good save by Raiden Tran. The Pumas up the other end. And Omelchuk just firing past the post. It was Facundo Silva with that golden opportunity for the Condors. Just couldn't beat the formidable Raiden Tran in between the sticks. And that foul going the way of the Pumas. So the Condors are on 5 fouls. The air horn goes. And if they're smart, if they look for one-on-ones, they know how to milk a challenge or two, they might be able to draw a 10-metre penalty on the cusp of halftime. Tiong being urged to take it quickly by the referee. Mulholland back to Tiong. And down the line, but it's given away. Urbina looking to break away forward. Alexander with the little flick on. Was that a foul off the ball on Abdat? Referee didn't see it. And Mulholland's shot is blocked. Mulholland and Oslin Escobar going at it. A bit of smack talk exchanged between the two players as Tiong just trying to settle things at the back for the Pumas. Abdat, loose touch. Now the Condors are on the break. Was that a foul? Abdat got all ball. A well-timed challenge on Escobar. Barrier. Urbina fires off the left. The danger not cleared yet. Now Abdat. Can he break up the other end? Was he brought to ground? Referee says no. Just stumbled over. They take it quickly to the Condors. Escobar looking for the early shot as Abdat checks off to the bench. Bennett Vession. Can either side snag a goal before halftime? 30 seconds left. Robert. You have a feeling he's just going to send it long. And he does. Tran palms it away. And fired off the right. But what a save that is by Tran off the boot of Oslin Escobar. That shot looked destined for the corner. And now a crack off the left from Urbina. Tiong. It's a 2-on-1 for the Condors. But Tiong getting back well. And 9 seconds left on the clock. Both sides need to calm it down. Neither will want to concede before halftime. But the Condors look hungry. They've picked up some momentum. Urbina! And there's the goal! It's Matthias Urbina! And he sends the stadium into overdrive as the fans made themselves heard. With only 6 seconds left on the clock, Mulholland not happy. Will we see a card come out? John Clavers reaching for the pocket, but lets it go. Can the Pumas respond immediately? A chance here for Mulholland. Alexander, well saved by Robert. And that's half time. And it's a chance for me to catch my breath. What an end-to-end first half display we've had. Stick around for all the action. We'll be back in just a moment. And we're back underway for the second half. The Condors lead the Perth Pumas through the late goal by Mateus Urbina. And they look long straight away, but that's given away cheaply. Alexander fires off the right. Robert with the save. And the long one over the top. But headed clear by Tiong. Again, the Condors looking long, but the Pumas might be on the break here. Alexander eyeing out that top corner, just can't find it. And an early timeout called by the Condors. Rodrigo Silva just trying to rally his side. We'll be back in just a moment. And the stadium erupting. The Condors have got the streamers out. They've got the bongo drums out. And they're the better of the two sides at the moment. They currently lead 1-0 after calling a timeout to try settle things. The high press from Tiong oncoming. Ball down the line. Looking for the goal scorer in Mateus Urbina, but not on that occasion. Chung. Back to Alexander. Ball in between lines. Finds Daryl Chung. Manages to keep it in. Does well. Back to Tiong. He's just trying to settle things. Calm the game down. They're in no rush. As you can see, he's just orchestrating his size movement from the back. And that's a good ball to Vessi. He just needed to let it come across him there, did Bennett Vessi. As Robert goes long once again. Another good headed clearance by Tiong. Nice feet from Escobar to win the sideline ball. Escobar plays it in the center, gives it away cheaply for Tiong. Finds the ball to Vessi. Vessi fires off the right, still going. And that one cleared into Urbina. As Barrier makes his way back on, the captain. Not wearing the armband today, but is listed as the captain on the team sheet. Estevenson Flores is wearing it on the court. The big pivot. Gordon Tiong. Out wide to Vessi. Chung. Alexander just rushing that one there, giving the ball back to the Condors a little cheaply. Flores trying to bully his way through. Escobar. Nice feet in a tussle with Alexander. Spheres out loose. Daryl Chung. Escobar trying desperately to win it back. Chung hangs onto it. And Alexander goes down off the ball. He's back up again. As Tiong finds the pass out to Alexander. Vessi. And looking for Tiong's run, but just couldn't hit him. Espinosa and Silva back on for the Condors. Espinosa looking for that long ball. Tiong. Aerial dominance prevails once again, but this time he can only send it behind for a corner. Flores. Barrier lets it run and swings it onto the right boot. Felipe Barrier. That one wasn't far away. As Ibrahim, he hasn't seen a lot of minutes so far. Espinosa! But what a save from Raiden Tran. The little deflection fell kindly into Fabian Espinosa's pass, who belted it on the right boot. Tran with very little time to react, but an extremely smart save. Alexander under pressure and nothing doing. The Condors press paying dividends. Now remember, despite the Pumas' superior ladder position, the Condors defeated them 5-4 in the regular season. They will use that as confidence. Pumas pretty much got over the line against everybody else, but you can see why they struggled in the regular season encounter. The onslaught of Condors supporters and the intensity and passion they play with really does add a lot to their team. The Pumas, arguably the more technical of the two sides, as Tion cracks that one and narrowly misses the top corner. So I mentioned earlier, the Pumas, arguably the more technical of the two sides, but for what the Condors don't have in technicality, they make up for in fight and hunger. And speaking of hunger, Tion for the Pumas has been covering every square metre of the court this Arvo, as he sends yet another clearing header past the touchline. The resulting shot flashing past the back post is Mazen Ibrahim. Threads it through. Wilkinson, can he get there? Robert hammers it away into the roof and makes absolutely a sure of things. As Marcello Orellana back on the number 5. Inside to Wilkinson, looking for the 1-2. Vesey somehow gets there, but the referee deemed it to have gone out of bounds before he did so. As Espinosa tries to get beyond Tion, and the foul has been given. Orellana standing over the ball with just under 11 minutes to go. Hands it over to Fabian Espinosa. The Condors stalwart. I've commentated him plenty of times before in the MSL. An extremely talented player. As Orellana looks for the centre in Flores, who's been quiet at target. This Arvo hasn't seen too much of the ball. The Condors opting to look down for the flanks rather than playing that central ball to the pivot's feet. Raiden Tran to Ibrahim. Inside to Wilkinson. Tiong looks for Ibrahim's rung, but the pass was well overhit. A long ball, and now they found Flores. It's fallen kindly to Orellana, and Orellana doubles the lead. The fans are up once again, and the task for the Pumas becomes all the more daunting. Under 10 minutes to go now. They've done it the hard way. They finished 3rd on the ladder. They had to go all the way to penalties last week against the West Coast Cobras. Their first team hasn't seen the most of successes in recent seasons, but their reserve side is on the brink of success. Are we going to see a fly keeper come out from the Pumas at some stage? You'd have to expect so. So they're just sending this one long. I don't think the ball was on the line. Another cheap giveaway. Something the Condors could have avoided. And Mulholland, you'd expect him to strike it off the left. Ibrahim didn't play in the best of passes, but they'll get it back nonetheless. Mulholland going for the one-on-one against Espinosa. Up high to Tiong, looking for the pass in between lines to Wilkinson. And Robert just thwarts it long. Wilkinson with a clearing header. It's fallen to Flores. He's gone to ground, but the referee doesn't give anything. Tiong still going. The one-on-one with Orellana. The trickery coming out from Tiong. Orellana shuts the angle for the pass. Asyad Abdat. Mulholland with the back roll to Abdat. Can he square it to the top of the D? Robert Fields. And that one given away poorly by Barrier. And a timeout for the Perth Pumas. Now would be the time you'd expect them to get that flykeeper shirt out. We'll be back in just a moment with all the action. And we're back. The drums are banging. And the Condors are 9 minutes away from a historic victory. Abdat's free in the centre. Cuts inside. Robert parries away. And Silva trying to get around Mulholland. But the ball has been put into touch. Abdat back to Mulholland. Condors defense stands tall once again. And scooped over the top. Wilkinson. Now Mulholland. Looks for the elastico. Abdat. Another great save by Robert. And Robert looking for that long ball. A little bit overthrown. Gives possession right back to the Pumas. No sign of a fifth man yet. Mulholland has had his pocket pinched. And fired off the right there. Did Urbina. A corner to come. As every second ticks down, the Condor supporters become all the more eager. And that one not far away from barrier. They've picked up momentum ever since that first goal at the very end of the first half. Wilkinson, Abdat, given away to barrier. Now he can seal the deal for the Condors, but it's a good recovery challenge from Asyad Abdat. The Condors fans wanting the free kick given, but I've got to say it did look like Abdat won the ball. It was a fair challenge. Mulholland, can he find a way through? And the foul going the way of the Pumas. Asyad Abdat makes his way to the bench. Finlay Alexander back on. And Alexander with the line ball for Wilkinson. Back to Alexander. Tiong looks for the one-on-one. Still going Tiong. And he was held back. It's a foul for the Perth Pumas. The chance loud and clear for the Condors. Can Tiong send them into silence? And that one, a tad over the bar. A customary long ball from Robert. This one causing problems for Wilkinson, who was forced to put it over. Silva. Urbina. Another sideline ball to come. In fact, it's gone the way of the Pumas. Can they take it quickly before the Condors defense is set up? Mulholland. And scoops it forward. Tries to go himself again. Mulholland with a challenge from behind. And he is going into the referee's notebook. But it's going to suit the Condors. The clock is still running. As Bennett Vesey checks on for Mulholland, the culprit of the foul. Barrier in no rush to take it. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Still no sign of a Perth Pumas fifth man. They're leaving it very late. If they were planning on doing so, Robert, did that take your touch? Referee saying no. Robert sends it long once again. None other than Gordon Teong is there. Vesey trying to get beyond Escobar rather. And again, sends it long. Teong was nudged in the back. He'll be annoyed but not rattled as his side has 3 minutes to make things right. Ball out wide to Wilkinson. Central pass looking for Vesey. Wilkinson wins the loose one. Alexander fires a weak one with the toe poke. Not going to cause the Condors any trouble. And the ball to the back post. Vesey's found the back of the net and it's game on. Bennett Vesey going to retrieve the ball. And they've got 3 minutes to make things right, the Pumas. One kick away from potentially forcing extra time. Flores, the acting captain, just telling everybody to calm down. The game is in the Condors' hands. And Flores, can he swing onto the left? Looking for the roulette around Teong. They'll take this sideline ball any day of the week. And referee Ton Claver ordering the Pumas defense to step back. Orellana trying to find Flores at the back post. Orellana heads to the other side of the court to take this one. We're on the cusp of stop clock territory now. Teong with the block. The loose ball falls to Flores. And that should seal it. It's Vincent Flores who taps it in at the back post. Teong's in a hurry. He wants to get this one restarted quickly. And just when it looked like the Pumas were going to be within a chance, the loose ball fell to Orellana, who set up Flores from a spot he quite literally couldn't miss from. Is it too little, too late for the Pumas? Or is there another twist in the tail? Flores. Teong's on his case. Flores goes to ground. And Albert Miame had no choice but to blow his whistle. Orellana over the set piece again. He's been the specialist for the Condors this evening. Finds Flores in the corner. Out to the top of the D. That one a bit back behind Escobar's run. The Pumas pressing. Teong's picked it up. Vesey with another chance. But what a block that is from Orellana, who's been everywhere today. Vesey has Alexander up the line. Wilkinson behind him. Opts for Alexander. Again, it's Orellana with the block. He has been absolutely phenomenal this afternoon. And chipping it over the top was Gordon Teong. But the referee scored 4 seconds. In fact, no, the referee said it's on the other side of the court. Wilkinson tries to square it, does Vesey. 1:42 left. The clock will stop. And I think it's been in fact, barrier there. My bad, Silva that just cleared his lines. And the referee having some words with Escobar and Teong. Vesey in the center. But what a save by Robert. Tiong looking for the follow-up effort. And the call going the way of the Condors. The Pumas can't believe it. And a chance now. Orellana can't beat Tiong's challenge. Espinosa to take it. Orellana strikes it off the left. A venomous effort. Just couldn't quite find the target. As Raiden Tran has got to be good here. His distribution has got to be pinpoint. Opting for Tiong, who scoops it in the center. Alexander just trying to flick it around. Espinosa can't do so. Headed on by Escobar. Orellana again coming to take the sideline ball. It's clearly a tactic for the Condors. They trust his distribution. And that one from Espinosa wasn't far away. As Mulholland, can he have one last say? Tiong given away in the center. Flores squandering the chance. Raiden Tran long. Wilkinson. A minute to go now. Tiong pumps it forward to Wilkinson. That's a poor ball. And it's got to be another chance coming in. But Tiong's good defensive acumen wins possession back for the Pumas. Vesey to Wilkinson. Tiong gets beyond Escobar. But the shot coming in was blocked away. Vesey trying to find the back post. Wilkinson was there. Just couldn't add that finishing touch. 3-1 the score. Urbina, Flores, and Orellana, the goal scorers for the Condors. The solitary goal from Bennett Vesey for the Pumas. He's pressing high now and forces Silva out of real estate. Mulholland trying to find Wilkinson. But Roberts come off his line. Wilkinson finds it in the center. Vesey lays it off. Mulholland with a little back heel. Can't direct it, goal bound. I think the Condors have done enough. I think they're going to win the Supa-Liga B for only their second time in history. Silva. Flores. Back to Silva. Espinosa. Silva. Escobar, rather, that was Espinosa. My bad. But it's not going to matter. The clock's run its time. Vamos, the Condors. Some of the proudest supporters in the land tonight. As Raiden Tran's long ball is going to all be for nothing. Tiong. Flores has worked hard today. And they've got the reward. The Condors are the champions of the Men's Supa-Liga B. The 2023. It was Matthias Urbina's goal on the brink of halftime, followed by Estevenson Flores and Marcelo Orellana's second half strikes that were enough to cancel out Bennett Vesey's late goal. And we will just go through the full-time statistics here at Subiaco Futsal. So for the Perth Pumas, 265 attempted passes. For the Condors, 236. For the Perth Pumas, 156 completed passes. For the Condors, 128. 59% passing percentage for the Pumas, 54% for the Condors. 29 shots, 18 on target for the Pumas. 26 shots, 16 on target for the Condors. We'll be back in just a moment with a player interview. I'm joined here with Marcello Orellana. Congratulations on an amazing victory today, an outstanding performance for yourself, 1 goal and 1 assist, and you covered every area of the court. Would you like to talk us through it?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think I'm very happy about this. It's one of the goals that we proposed in the beginning. So we're very happy as a team. This is not possible without the whole team, the whole people that work for us, with us, and all the family that you see here. We are all very happy about this. Yeah.
Completely. Now, one player I thought had a big part to play in this final series beside yourself was your goalkeeper, Alexander Robert, winning the penalty shootout for you guys last week against the Cobras with a couple of heroic saves and, again, another stellar performance tonight. Talk us through how important he's been in this finals campaign.
Yeah. I mean, the whole campaign, Alex was, I think the best goalkeeper in the competition in this league. I think he played awesome every game that he's with us, and it's very important. He was like an injury before, like a couple weeks ago, and now it's again with us, and it's amazing. He's just amazing.
And lastly, a full packed house of supporters tonight. So much support, so much chanting. They were so loud, which gave you guys the extra boost to get over the line. Tell us what it means to become a Condors.
Yeah, well, we are almost everyone Latin here. We have a couple of people from Australia, but we feel the futsal in this case, like a religion for us. You know, it's very important. We grow up when we are a child. The football is with us in our whole life. So for us, it's very important have our families here with us. Our families back in South America, watching the game via YouTube. You know, for us it's very important. I think that gave us like an extra emotion for us, and it's very important. Our families here, it's amazing. Yeah.
Well, once again, Marcello, congratulations on today's victory. Player of the match from myself, and enjoy it. Enjoy the celebrations.
Thank you.